Yeah, welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm happy to have you here. My name is Alao Johnson, in case you are meeting for the first time. And right in this video, I'm going to be sharing my experience on how I left my 9 to 5 job and focus on my entrepreneurship journey. Right? In case you are watching my video for the very first time, I want you to click the subscribe button and subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you can be notified by YouTube whenever I drop valuable contents just like this. Right? So before, I don't want to waste time on this video. The fact that I don't want to waste time does not mean that I don't want to waste much time on this video, alright? But I want to make sure I point out every important information that I want to pass across to you. So and I don't want this video to be long, and I don't want to have part 2 of this video. So I will just make sure I point out most important aspect of this journey. Today is 26th of October 2020, and it will mark 2 years of my resignation from my 9 to 9 job, and the 2 years that I became a full-time entrepreneur. Although it's something I've been wanting to become, like I've wanted to become an entrepreneur, work from home, like to be working from home, because I've seen where I grew up, like when I was in school, the people I mingled with, the people I relate with, most of them they are entrepreneur, right? So most of them are entrepreneur. So I've wanted to become an entrepreneur too, but today makes it 2 years that I became a full-time entrepreneur, working from home and making money from home. And if you want to learn ways in which you can make money online, so just reach out to me on WhatsApp. I'll drop my WhatsApp link to the description of this video. And again, make sure you subscribe to my channel because I don't want you to miss any of my contents. Alright? So I'll just brief on how the journey started. Okay, so that the journey of me starting a job started when I was in school, when I was in my second year. Then it was a polytechnic though, so that's national diploma 2 ND2. Alright, so everything was very tight. It was very tight, so that I needed funds to run my project and some other stuff, and money was not coming from people I was expecting to be receiving money from. Alright, so I just decided to go look for a job, and luckily for me, I met a friend that connected me to a job. Alright, so and then I was working as a cleaner in one of biggest mall here in Ibadan. I'm doing this video from Ibadan, in case you don't know. So after getting the job as a cleaner, so I worked there for about 4 months. After 4 months, they decided to make me a staff, one of their staff, like a full staff. So that was when I started working. In my mind, I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Although I've been doing some entrepreneurship, like skills online before then, since 2017, even before me getting the job. So I've been learning, but I've not been making money per se. I've not been making money, but I've been devoting myself into learning skills. I started from learning blogging. So I was blogging then. Okay, I think the money I made, one of the first money I made on the internet was from blogging. I think I got 3K, and that 3K was very funny. I got it from a client. Let me use a client. A client compensated me for the work I did for her for free. So I decided to do the work for her for free. But after seeing the work, she decided to bless me with 3,000, and that was the first time I will ever make money online. But I've seen people making money online, but I was wondering how is it possible. So that was the first time I had my first experience on making money online. That is a story for another day. I'm not prepared to share story on how I meet up with the client here in this video. So the main of this video is I just want to share my journey on how I resigned, how I work and how I resigned. So it happens to like 4 months after my signature. So they staffed me. So I started working there as a customer support, doing one or two things. But inside me, I wanted to become an entrepreneur. I worked there for 2 years. I think 2 years, 2.5. Yeah, I think I worked there for 2.5 years. But what really gave me the courage to, while I was working there for that 2 years, I was building up my skills. I was learning a whole lot of skills. I applied for Google digital marketing skills, and I did the exam and I got certified. I had the certificate with me. So it's not that during those 2 years I wasn't just focusing all my attention on just the job. I was learning skills along the line and at the same time doing job, like going for the job, doing my best to make sure the job is going well, and at the same time building my future by learning skills. So this happened when during COVID-19 that happened 2020. So that was where I started picking interest in, not that I wasn't picking interest, like that I was really serious about becoming an entrepreneur, a work from home dude. Yeah, because I see a lot of people are cashing out. You see this guy just cashed out 1 million naira on the internet and all. And I was, oh, see this guy can do it. Yes, I can do it. So it was during the COVID-19 era. Then where I was working, we shut down. I think for like 4 months or about. I think 4 months or 3 months. I can't remember again. But during those time, it was very critical. We are not going to work, so we are not expected to get paid. Although my boss was paying us some funds, he was giving us some funds, but not the actual salary, but he was compensating us. We are at home, we are not working, but he's still paying us salary. So I don't think any other person can do that. So my boss then was doing that for us. All right, but then I wasn't satisfied with that. I want to be making my own money. So for that 4 months, I noticed I was not working. I was not going to job. I was not going for work, the night work, and I was living fine. Like I was getting what I needed. You understand? So I was not thinking, okay, so that means if I can stay at home for 4 months without going to work and I'm not hungry, like money was coming in. Like I said, I've been focused, like I've been working as an entrepreneur, like I've been monetizing my skills, the skills I have, like the little skills I learned and the one I have, I've been making money, but the money was not what I wanted. I want to cash out millions. You understand? So this is just a gist, it's not a teaching, so that's why I'm not too serious with it, right? So when it happens during that COVID-19, that I see that we are not going to work and I'm living fine, money was coming in, but it was not really what I wanted. So I just decided in my mind that since I can do this within 4 months without salary, I can even live without salary. So what do I do? Then I started doing my research during that COVID-19. I started doing my research. If you notice, during that COVID-19, a whole lot of opportunities were opening, a whole lot of opportunities from different angles. You see a lot of people starting a WhatsApp class, a lot of people selling courses. So I was just buying courses, learning. During those periods, I was learning skills, buying courses, paying for courses. The money I was supposed to use to do to show you, I was using it to buy courses, and I was building up till I think the COVID-19 started. We shut down for COVID-19 around March and resumed back around, I think, July. That should be 4 months, right? So during that time, I made up my mind that okay, I will just work for a month. That means I work between July and August. Then I will quit my job. That was the initial plan I had in mind. You understand? But I reached out to my mentors. Okay, do I use mentor? I reach out to my role models. I have like three role models then. Sani, Bisam, and Shizom. There's this guy I call Shizom, is my role model too. So during those times, I reach out to them, bro. I want to resign from my job. Like, yes, it's not that I'm not enjoying the job. I'm enjoying the job, but that is not like the kind of life I want. I want to wake up. I want to be able to make a decision for myself, to decide when to work and when to not work. I want to be making my own money, cashing out my own money. It's not that I don't like my job. I like my job, but I want more. I wanted more. I see people that are cashing out, which I want to cash out. I see people that are cashing out millions on the internet. I also want to cash out. So that was why I just see. It's not that I don't like my job. I really love the job I was doing, but I wanted more. I wanted more, and I don't think I would get the more I wanted from the job. So I just reached out to my role models. I told them, bro, I need to resign from my job. I need to resign from my night job and stuff like that. And they told me, I reached out to three of them, like the three people that I was looking onto then. So I reached out to them. They told me, okay, so if you say you want to sign out, okay, if you say you want to sign out from your job, this is what you need to do. They advised me that I needed to have like times 3 of my salaries sitting in my bank before I even think of signing out, before I even think of resigning from my job. I need to have like times 3 of my salary, and then I was receiving about 20,000. So they were expecting me to have like times 3. That should be 60,000 sitting down in my bank waiting for me. That's if I want to sign out. But I don't have money. I don't have money with me then. So I just say, okay. One thing that baffled me was that 3 of them said the same thing. I think that's just the blueprint for anybody that wants to resign from a job. At least they should have times 3 of their salary so that they won't suffer for it after resigning from the job. So I just say, okay, let me just abide with the advice they gave me. Let me just abide with it. And I asked them towards like, I think July. Yes, I asked them July. So I just, okay, let me just wait for some months. Let me see what I can gather, so that before I sign out from this job, let me wait for some months. So I waited. So I was supposed to sign out in August. I was supposed to resign, but based on the advice they gave me, so I just said, okay, let me just keep on moving. So the first month, like August, like July, the salary I was supposed to collect in July. At least if you want to save up for 3 months, you should be able to save something. At least from the first month, that was from July. I was supposed to save something. July, August, September, at least November, October. So and that will make it 4 months. I should be able to gather something so that I will be able to have times 3 of my salary in my bank, just like the way they have advised. But it is not coming forth. It's not coming forth. At least someone that wants to have times 3 of their salary, the person should be able to save now. But I wasn't. This person that now person wey don chop, like person is somebody that have eaten, that have leftover, that is going to think of saving, because the money I was even receiving then, and with all the expenses and all, like it was not enough for me to save. So I just think that, okay, if this is the blueprint I'm going to be following, the next 1 year I'm still here, in the next 3 years I will still be here. Okay, let me just let me just follow my instinct. The one thing I have said it before, I said one thing that gave me more courage was that I wasn't doing all this thing with my own wisdom, with my own understanding. I was working with the leadings. So I was working with direction. I had direction. So that's one of the things that also gave me courage. To sign out. So after August, this is not coming for September. It's not coming for October. September, I just say, okay, whether I have times 3 of my salary or I don't have it, I'm signing out by October. So that day that I was about signing out, like I was about to write my resignation letter, because if you want to resign from where I was working there, you have to write a mail. So when I was writing the mail to the HR, of the company, and I should copy some other people. That's the procedure. So when I was about to write it, I remember that afternoon I was at home because I was off from work. So I just told my brother, my younger brother was living with me then. I told him, Peter, Alpha, I want to resign. He was like, he was thinking that, did this brother know what he's saying? Did he know what he's saying exactly? So I just said, I want to resign and stuff like that. So I told him that I want to resign, and I pick up my phone, then send the mail to the people I was supposed to send it to. So after sending it, then the second day, the following day, I go to the work, like I continue my job normal. Because where I was working then, I have to give them 1 month notice. So September, I wrote the resignation letter by September. So hoping that by October I will just stop going to the work and all. So when I get to the work, they called me, okay, we saw your mail and all and all and all. So that goes like that goes like that. So when it gets to October, like when my dates that I wrote on the resignation letter, when the date reached, then so I just stopped going to work. And I think that was the end of that story. But when I made a post on my status that I want to make a video about my experience on how I resigned my job and all, there's a lady that reached out to me that asked me a question. So I'm going to be answering the question here. She asked me that, how was it like my first month of resignation? Man, it wasn't easy then. It wasn't easy at all. It was like the whole universe were against me, because I thought of the bills I'm going to be paying, my house rent, my feeding, and I said my brother was with me there. I really want to feed him also. So I was just thinking, God, how do I want to do it? How do I want to do it? I was panicking. I was about even blaming myself that why did I resign? But I just since I'm working with direction and I already have skills and my skills are already paying off. Another thing was the day I resigned, like the day I stopped going to work, that same day I got another job offer, and those company pay was even much than where I left. Like the work I was doing before, it was much. I think it was much, and they even promised me some allowance and all and some other benefits. Okay, but I know what I wanted. I have made up my mind that I'm not working as a salary now. So I don't even care how much they're going to be paying me. I don't care how much they're going to be paying me. I just don't want to. I don't want to do salary job again. So I just made up my mind. So I have to decline. I told the person that I don't get the job that I have a whole lot of things to pay attention to that. I'm sorry, I won't be interested in the job anymore and all. So the first month was very critical. Money were not coming. It was not like is it not this kid that especially money before? But now that I even say I should pay attention to it, but money was not coming. And one thing again that I remember was another thing that gave me more courage was that my skills were paying me even before I signed out from the job. The skills were paying me, but they were not paying me that enough. I was not making enough money. I was not making much money. And the reason is because I wasn't paying attention to it. So I now realized in my mind that, okay, since I'm doing this entrepreneurship part-time and it's giving me this kind of money, so that means if I pay more attention to it, if I give it my full time, that is going to pay me more. Even it's possible I get like times 3 of my salary from the skills. Okay, that was part of the things that also gave me courage, because I remember towards that August, I think August, the salary I collected that August, this business I've been running before. I and some other people we have been running that business and we have been making some money there, but we are losing more money on the business. So we just decided to pause. So during that August period, one of the persons that we were running together told me that, I have another way around the business now that we might not lost money. So I just decided to try it. And I told you, okay, I'll be collecting my salary so day, so day. Okay, so I will try it with it again. And I collected my salary. I put it, even with the small money I have with me before, I put it together and I put it in the business. And oh and behold, the day I put the money there, everything vanished. Like I lost everything, my salary, and that was the like ending of the month. We have not even started the new month. We normally collect our salary around 26, 27. So I collected my salary around 27 and I lost it. So I was thinking, God, how do I want to do it? After I lost all the money, how do I want to feed myself for the whole month? How am I going to transport myself to work, and how am I going to pay my bills? I was like, how? But one thing is that that particular month was one of the best months for me, because I really enjoyed my life, even though I lost my salary even before the month started. How? From my skills. My skills were paying me then. My skill was paying were paying me. So that was those things that gathered together to give me more courage that okay, since this skill can even pay me, since I can live without salary, since I live for a whole month without me having my salary, because my salary have vanished even before the month started. So that means if I give this my skill more attention, more time, that means it's going to pay me more. So part of the things that give me courage. And another thing is the where I work, like the place I work then, is also part of the things that gave me that more courage, because I have gathered a whole lot of experience there. That's why when I see a lot of young people, when they say, okay, I can't get a job, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do that, I cannot let one boss to be shouting on me and all. You don't have money, you want to get a job, and and you want to start a business, or you want to further your education and you don't have money. So how do you want to do it? You don't have someone that will support you. It's better you go get a job. What you are getting from a job is even more than salary. You are gaining experience. Like where I was working, the work I did, the salary work I did was part of the things that also added to my growth, because I gathered a lot of experience there, life experience, I gathered business experiences, and I also gather customer relationship and how to relate with people. So I can relate with a lot of like any kind of people. So I can tolerate a whole lot of people. So I learned it from there. So what you are getting from a job is just more than salary. It's more than salary. A whole lot of things you can gather. So, but it's based on the kind of boss I have. Then I really appreciate him. I don't know if he's going to be watching this video, but he really contributed massively to my growth when I was working with him. Okay, so that for that. Now back to how I discovered myself. I also discovered myself where I was working. Like let's assume I do not work, like I don't go and work in that place. I might not discover myself. I don't know where I'm going to be now, but I'm sure I won't be here. I won't be where I am, because I discovered myself there where I was working. And how did I do that? Like how did I do that? There was this lady that we were working together. So I'm the kind of person that I like teaching people stuff. So I remember me teaching that lady something, like part of the things we do, like training. So I was training her on some things at work. So the lady now told me that, like she was not telling me directly, she was telling somebody else that he was telling the person that Johnson know how to teach somebody something, that if Johnson teach you something, you will grab it. So she was saying it like that. I now heard that. Wow. So if I teach somebody something, they will surely get it. And I also noticed that when I teach people something, they get it. So that was when I started thinking, okay, so since I teach people something and they grab it, so how can I build upon this? How can I leverage on it? So from there, I started teaching people online classes. I started gathering, I started doing training for people, facilitate for people, and all. So I started leveraging on that. So that was the starting point of where I I discovered myself that okay, I'm really good in teaching. I'm really good in teaching. If you are very familiar with me, you see that I like teaching most. I like teaching. I have like two international companies that I'm working with now, that I'm facilitating for their students on digital marketing and all. So I discovered myself from where I was working. I discovered myself from where I was working. So I just answered that question. That was how I discovered myself. So there are a whole lot you can get from working as a young person. There are a whole lot you can get from working as a salary earner. It's not just about the salary this time around. It's not about the salary. There are more things you can learn from that. I think I'm done with the OGs. I don't want to make this video long, but damn, it's long already. So I think I'm done with that. So I'll just be pointing out some things that are very important. If you're a young person and you don't have money, even if you have money, even I know some people that just it's not even because of the salary that they came to work, that they go and work like in a company, in an office. Not because of the salary, it's just because of the experience. Because there are a lot of experience you are going to get there working as a salary owner. There are a lot of experience you can gather. Even the experience I gathered where I was working is a kind of experience I can use to start up a business for myself if I want to do it. I have a lot of people that we worked there together, and once when they left there, they started their own business based on their knowledge, the experience they gathered from where I was working. So if you're a young person, you're a young person, whether you have money or you don't have money, there are lots you can learn from getting a job. So stop listening to those that they will tell you that don't go and get a job they pay you pay not, or these things. It's not even about the money this time around. A lot of things you can learn, a lot of things, just like what I've said. It's part of the thing that added to my own growth. Yeah, so that is that. And another thing that is very important, I said I was working with the leading of the spirit. So most of the things I was doing, even though it's crazy, like it's very crazy, a normal person will not go and resign from the place I was working at. It was a very big place that almost every day people are coming to submit CV, that people were even praying that I should just get a job there. And I myself, I decided to leave the job. So it sounds foolish. I know it sounds foolish because I don't even have money. Now person will get money, they leave job. I don't have money, so it sounds foolish, but it was based on the direction I was following. That was why I left the job. So that is that. That is that for that. This video is already long. That is that for that. Another thing that I can say I gathered from there. Okay, another thing I think I need to share is that when I was working, my salaries, I wasn't using my salary to do big boy. I wasn't using it to I wasn't lavishing it. I was investing in businesses, even though those businesses were collapsing, but I'm still gathering experience from there. I'm using my salary to learn skills. So I was using my salary then to learn skills, like just like I've said, during that COVID-19, I was learning like a madman. Like I was learning every day and night on YouTube. I'll go and apply for courses. I'll just make sure I'm learning every day. Read books. I read book. There's this book that changed my life, and that book, it was my boss that gave me. The book is titled Becoming a Money Magnet by New Year Border. So he gave us the hard copy. That book, it was very powerful. And also another book was The Richest Man in Babylon. My boss gave me that book too. So those are the books that also gave me. If you read that The Richest Man in Babylon, you gain more experience about money, entrepreneurship, and power and all. So that is that for that. I don't know what else I need to say, but if you have anything you want to ask, me, you can just drop it in the comments section of this video. And if you want to reach out to me on WhatsApp, just check the description of this video. You are going to see my WhatsApp link there. I don't want to make this video long. I will have explained a whole lot of other things. So my WhatsApp link is in the description below. Just click it and reach out to me if you want to reach out to me. If you have any question related to this, if there is something I was supposed to say that I was unable to say, just reach out to me. I don't want this video to be more than 30 minutes, and it's more than 30 minutes already. So that's that. And if you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, just do that now. Just click the subscribe button below and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching the video, and you have a wonderful day.